Guess what time it is?
Dashboard Confessions.
We're gonna talk about what we did our first full day here at Camper Force in Amazon.
Yep, Amazon Camper Force.
Wow, boy, that was a long night.
Our first night shift, we're working 7 p.m. to 5:30 a.m. and it was our first full night. But first, let us talk about the warehouse we're actually working at.
The warehouse is in Hebron, Kentucky, and it's called the CVG3 facility, and this is their second time they had Camper Force worker. This
is a smaller warehouse, one of the smallest warehouses for Amazon, because it is a sorting warehouse. This warehouse has no permanent storage. They receive all the products from Amazon vendors. They sort it, sometimes repackage it, put it and organize it to send it into other warehouse facilities to ship off.
Our job official title is inbound receiver. So what we did, we just basically whatever comes in, we just scan the products and put it in bins so they could be distributed to the right warehouse. But we got proper training for our first day.
Yes.
You want to talk about the training we did?
Second, let's talk about some of our training. Our training included hazmat. If it's anything other than anything flammable, explosive, anything other than batteries, lithium batteries, they're not allowed to have in large quantities in this warehouse. And then of course, safety.
Safety is key.
Safety is life in this warehouse.
Basically our trainer basically emphasized safety. You know, you could replace everything else, but they can't replace the one and only.
Well, they can replace you, but you can't replace you.
That's true. That's true. Very true.
Amazon can definitely replace us, but we can't replace ourselves.
Yeah, that's true. It was really thorough. Pretty much learn how to use the dolly, the scan system, you know, and proper cleaning. And if you have questions, you know, they introduce us to management and talk about what our job is supposed to be, you know. And
I actually liked the training session of this day because we weren't in the classroom or in you know, the room the whole time. What they did is they did our hazmat training, and you do have to take a little test, but I mean, it's nothing. All the answers are on the PowerPoint that you discuss and everything, and then they break you up into smaller groups according to what your job is going to be. And so you have what they call
a learning ambassador.
A learning ambassador that goes around, gives you a tour of the facility, and goes over a lot of safety all of the safety protocols for the warehouse, which I thought was really nice. It felt more personal, and you felt like you could ask questions more easily. I thought it was very thorough.
Well, for the first 4 hours, they pretty much teach you on like what you're supposed to be doing, and pretty much they just put us in our station, let us scan and let us do our work. Our learning ambassador, he was there if we have any questions or if we have any problem. First day of work, we pretty much would jump into the
we jumped right in. I thought it was pretty neat. But third, let's talk about our uniforms. Pretty much this is our uniform. Amazon has a very casual, relaxed uniform requirements.
I see people wearing sweatpants, cut off sweatpants, shorts, ties, anything.
T-shirts, leggings, workout clothes.
The only requirement is like where we were working, we needed gloves because just in case we cut ourselves or something like that.
When you're opening boxes like we're doing and scanning products, you can get broken products or some sharp products like hooks and stuff like that. So we are required to wear gloves. We don't have them on, but they give you the gloves and they give you a vest and a box cutter.
And pretty much you have to wear closed-toe shoes. My
Yes.
apologies.
Closed-toed shoes with rubber soles.
Yeah.
Make sure that they're comfortable because you're walking on concrete all day long.
Yeah,
so.
walking or standing
Yes.
on concrete all day long. It's pretty much a laid-back atmosphere. And one of the manager, he had like a tank top on with shorts. You know,
Yes.
cargo shorts, and you know.
And some places don't require the vest, but a lot of the places you go into do. So we were like, we're just gonna keep the vest on all the time. It's fine.
Yeah, it's no big deal, you know.
It's mesh. It's not like it's gonna be super hot or anything.
So our mindset was for something else. We were expecting something totally different, maybe like as a picker or something, but this is a totally, I haven't seen any like videos on what we were doing, so that's why we're bringing you this video to to know what to expect when you're here at CVG3.
So let's talk about exactly what we did after our training.
Okay.
We are inbound receivers. That is our official title. And we are at a station. They have, and it's inbound. So you have the trucks unloading their products from the vendors. You have what they call the pit, and they are sorting the boxes and putting them on pallets. Then you have people who will bring the pallets to a station, and then this is where we are at. We are standing at a station and cutting open boxes and scanning barcodes.
And putting them in bins and just send them on their merry ways to another fulfillment center.
Then we have a big yellow bin that we put it into, and once that bin gets to a certain weight, we put it on the conveyor belt and it goes to outbound, where they will stack the bins on a pallet and send them to other facilities.
So that's pretty much what we do for the whole night. And sometimes we get what they call a water spider position. Eventually we're gonna do it. That means that you're supposed to pretty much just stock other station while, so that way we as an inbound receiver don't have to go and get pallets and boxes and stuff. So they have that. It's called the water spider.
They call it a water spider, but it's a pallet jack. You keep the station stocks for the inbound receivers, so you make sure they have their bins and you make sure that they have enough product.
We have 3 months of this. I think we could definitely do it.
I think we could definitely do this.
Yeah, it's gonna be long hours.
And number 5,
we're gonna talk about pay. What we are expecting to be paid at.
Yes.
Okay, so we make $15 an hour. There's a completion bonus, so we're here until December 15th. That's our completion date. And you get 50 cents per hour that you work, and you get an hour for every overtime you work as a completion bonus.
At the end of your contract, right?
Yes. And you get a $550 campsite stipend. But we're paying extra $200 extra because we wanted a nicer campground with a better shower facility, since we got such a small rig behind us.
Yes, since the birdhouse is so small, and we wanted shower facilities. But the $550 stipend for your campground is only for approved Amazon campgrounds.
Yes.
Because they have contracts with the surrounding area campgrounds.
Yeah, you
do
can't stay with your mama, baby, daddy,
and they're not going to pay you that $550 bucks. It's going to be the campground, and that's $550 per month.
That's per
stipend.
Camper, not for each person.
Yes, it's per camper, not. Good point.
Yeah, we make about $15 an hour, and since we work night shift, we get a shift diff of 60 cents.
Yes.
Yay.
Ooh, a whole 60 cents.
Say, it adds up to a whole, a case of Natty Light or something. Basically, we have to work 2 weeks before we could do a thing called voluntary overtime.
But we are not allowed to work over 60 hours a week.
Yep. And 12 hours a day. We basically work 4 days a week, so 10 hours a day. And if you want, they call what VET, voluntary extra time. And they also have mandatory overtime eventually once it starts getting busy.
The nice thing is, too, about breaks. Here in Kentucky, it is mandatory for a 30-minute break.
You must take 30 minutes. You can't clock in 29 minutes, you know, take 29 minutes. You have to do 30 because they won't let you clock back in unless it's over 30.
Because it's mandatory in the state of Kentucky, which is actually kind of nice. So you have to take that 30 minutes, and it has to be before the end of the 5th hour into your shift.
Yeah, and we get 2 breaks. Like
they give you 2 15-minute breaks.
Mandatory breaks in a 10-hour shift. It's nice to have that 15 minutes of just sitting and just relax for 15 minutes because there's not a lot of places that you could sit there while you're on work, you know, when you're on the clock.
There's no place to sit while you're on the floor.
Because maybe you could, you know, prop here for like a few seconds. That's about it.
Yeah, lean against something. But other than that, you're not.
Yeah, you're basically on your feet the whole time. It's not hard work. It's just, you know, you just gotta be on your feet the whole time. And if you guys have any questions or concern, or you know, just wanna pat me on the back for doing such an awesome job. Just kidding. If you have any questions, just leave a comment down below. Remember to spread the love, hit that like button, become a part of the Dove Nation as we explore this beautiful country of ours. And this is Ace
and Amanda reminding you to keep soaring to the end. Out.